I've been getting a lot of requests lately about what is in my golf bag. So in this video I'm going to do exactly that and show you what is in my golf bag. So let's get going. This is Nick Does Golf. So as I said at the start, I've been getting quite a lot of requests about what is in my golf bag, what clubs do I use, what balls do I use, everything else that goes into that. Well, I've pulled my golf bag from out of my car, especially as it's locked down and I can't actually play at the moment in England. So we're going to take a look at what is in my golf bag from the last round that I played. Let's hope we don't find any spiders in there. I do find the odd one in there creeping around. It's not very nice. So let's take a look. So here is my golf bag from the last round that I played, which was at the start of November because we got locked down on the 5th. So I haven't managed to play, I haven't hit any golf balls apart from just putting the odd ball on the carpet at home. So I've just pulled this straight out of the car and we're going to find out what is in the golf bag because I haven't actually checked for quite a while really. We'll start with the boring stuff and then get onto the clubs straight after. First of all, water. Normal water, stay hydrated. Vitamin water to stay energized. It's really important that you do so. You want to stay energized and hydrated as much as possible throughout the whole of your round. If you can do this, you've got much more of a better chance of scoring better, staying focused, and these are the things that you want when you are playing your round of golf. As you can see, I've got my ping towel. It's very muddy from the last round that I played because we just got doused with loads and loads of rain recently, so that needs to go in the wash. From there I've got my FootJoy glove, excellent piece of kit. Everybody pretty much uses FootJoy these days. Well-known glove company that is here to stay for a while. Then I've got the ball that I last played with, Callaway 2 Chrome Soft. Very good balls. I cannot recommend a better ball at the moment that I would rather play with. Obviously you've got your Pro V1, you've got your Shricks and Z-Stars, you've got all those good balls out there. Find one that is going to suit you. That is exactly what I did, and I haven't stopped using these for probably 2-3 years now. Face mask, you never know when you're going to need that at the moment because of all these laws going on. It's absolutely ridiculous. Essential. Got my golf tee. I've only got one at the moment. Pink tee, trusty pink tee for the driver, and then I use shortened tees which I find on the tee box for irons, woods, things like that. Then I've got some other golf balls. As you saw, I've got the orange one, I've got a couple of battered ones. I don't really tend to like using new balls when I'm playing in the winter because what's the point? You ruin your golf balls. I'd rather use something that is very similar to the golf ball that I'm using but it's not brand new. I don't like to do that. Personal preference. When it comes to the summer or the spring, then the summer, I will bring out the Callaway Chrome Soft because that is the ball that I want to play well with. That is the ball that I think I'm going to get the job done with. So that is all that stuff right there. In here, I've got another box of golf balls, Callaway Chrome Softs, absolutely brand new. They're there for safekeeping. Then we flip over onto the other side. We've got a bag of goodies, so we've got some gluten-free biscuits, we've got an apple, I think some other stuff as well, like banana, protein bar. These are the things that you need to have in your bag when you're playing. Like I said before with the waters, you need to stay energized, hydrated, you need all the good things so it can maintain your focus and to give you the best opportunity as possible. I've also got my waterproof jacket, which you need pretty much all the time in the winter here in the UK. That is pretty much everything that is inside my golf bag. Now let's move on to the fun stuff. So already you've probably been able to make out some of the clubs that I have got. What we'll do is we'll start with the clubs from the bottom. So we'll start from my lob wedge all the way up to the driver and then the putter. So first of all, I have my lob wedge, which is, it's knocking on now. It's an old wedge really. I've had it for a number of years, ever since I was at my previous club, which is 25 now. I left there when I was 18, so 7 years. I've probably had this for about 8 or 9 years now, and it's been a very good club. It is the Ping Tour W wedge, a very good club, a vintage wedge now, I would say. Very nice looking. If I flip it the other way, as all Ping golf clubs do, they look very pleasing on the eye. This is a 60 degree and it's very, very nice. So whenever I use this, I pretty much use it for what it says on the tin really. It's a lob wedge, so I use this club to get the ball and lob it over things. I don't really use it very often, just to get me out of trouble, get me a little bit more height when I need it to, get the ball to land soft, but as it's the winter at the moment, I don't really need to do that. From there we've got my sand wedge, which I use a little bit more. This is the Ping Tour S golf club right there. It is a 56 degree wedge. Very good golf club indeed. I've had this a few years as well. I think this must be about 4 or 5 years old now, maybe even longer. But a very, very good golf club. I use this a lot, obviously in the sand, around the greens when I need to get some height. I also use it to get those chip shots fizzing in there and stopping right next to the flag, or try and get it next to the flag as possible. But a very, very nice golf club indeed. From there we move on to the 52 degree wedge. This is the Ping Tour Gorge wedge, and it's 52 degree gap wedge. Very good golf club. I love this. So from shots from between 100 to 120 yards, I will use this golf club right here. Now there's a problem with this one. The weight's fallen out of it, as you can see right here. Now I'm going to send this back off to Ping, and they will do that for free, which is a very, very good thing. It does happen quite a lot. It's a shame really, because I do like this golf club. So I can't really use it at the moment. Obviously I don't use it during competitions because it's not the proper specifications, things like that. But it's a good club, just really nice. And as you can tell, I love having Ping wedges. I just think they're the better ones out of anything for me. Obviously got the tightest Vokey wedges, which I've had in the past. They're very good as well, but in terms of preference for me, I'll always stick with the Ping. Then from there we move on to the set of irons that I've got. So from my pitching wedge all the way up to my 4 iron, it is the same club make. Okay, so I'm just going to pick out my 8 iron just to show you what irons I currently play with, and these are the Callaway Apex Pro. I really love these clubs. I've had these for about 4 or 5 years now. Just really, really forgiving. So as you can see, there is a little bit of forgiveness there. Slight cavity back as well. It's sort of in between the two. Nicely forged. They're just really, really good golf clubs. When you strike one, it just flies. The ball doesn't even fluctuate at all. When you hit one off centre, it still does the same job. The ball goes pretty much the same distance as it normally would. You need that little bit of forgiveness, and I think that's even more prevalent now with the current players on tour. They're not necessarily going for the muscle back things that are just purely about precision. They're not, because the technology is there for them. They're going to see better results. So this is why I chose this club a couple of years ago. They have been great and I still love them to this day. Very nice clubs. From there I've got a secret weapon. This is my 2 iron. So when it is windy, I always pull this thing out of the bag. This thing goes like an absolute bullet. So this is the Titleist 695 MB forged iron. Just take a look at that. That is something else. Pretty much a bread knife. So if you hit this off centre, it hurts. If you hit it off centre, it doesn't go very well. But when you catch it out the screws, this thing flies. It does not even bat an eyelid. It doesn't go offline, it doesn't go anywhere but to your intended target. Take a look at how small the face is. There's not much margin for error there, is there? But a very good golf club. This was given to me. This isn't actually set for my specification, if you like, but I can still use it. It helps me get exactly what I want out of it, which that's what we sort of want to get out of all of our golf clubs, right? So it's a very good club, very hard to hit, but when you do hit it, man, it flies. From there, we move on to my 3-wood, which is the Ping G Series golf club right here. Very nice looking club, very forgiving. It's 14.5 degrees of loft, so this thing comes out slightly lower, but I hit a high ball anyway, so it sort of finds that middle ground, if you like. Really good ball flight. When you hit it out the middle, it certainly goes. It's set on neutral for me. All my clubs are neutral. It's got a tall, stiff shaft in it. It's 80 grams and it's just a very good golf club. Then we move on to the big stick. It's exactly the same as my 3-wood. Ping G Series driver. 10.5 degrees of loft. It's just a really nice looking club. You can see these lines on the top there as well for the aerodynamics, just to get me a bit more club head speed so I can get more distance. This is what all the big companies are striving for now, is how do we get more distance, and that is exactly what the pros are doing now. They're always testing their drivers, all the different clubs that they've got, just to get that cutting edge technology to give them an edge. This driver has got the same shaft as the 3-wood, however it is extra stiff. So it weighs the same, 80 grams, it is a Tor X shaft in there. Very nice club, set on neutral as well. Can't complain at this. Ball flight is very good. I hit it high with this. Really hit up on the ball. This ball certainly flies. If I need to knock it down a bit, I'll just grip down on it. Shorter swing, try not to knock the spots off the ball, but very good club, love it. And finally, then we move on to my putter. Now, this is brand new, pretty much. Got this in the summer. This is the Odyssey Stroke Lab putter. Very nice looking club, and it's worked wonders really. My old putter was the Yes putter, and I've done a review on both of the putters. So when I first bought this, I compared this new putter to my old one. It's a video, I'm going to put it in the link right here for you. Make sure you go check that out. This putter has helped me a lot. So it's got a big head on it, nice solid white line down the middle of it so I can line the ball up with it. Makes it very simple. If you can put a line on the ball, you've got a line on your putter as well. As soon as you make a good stroke, you can pretty much guarantee that ball's going in. It's also got a big grip on it as well. This is something that I like. Okay, it takes away a little bit of the feel, but I like to make sure that the grip is nice and comfortable for my left hand below right grip that I choose to play with. It just feels very comfortable. I know that I can just simply rock my shoulders with this and hit a good putt, which is exactly what people want. So they are the things that are currently in my golf bag at the moment. I am due for an upgrade on pretty much the majority of the golf bag anyway. The putter is brand new, but I'm thinking of getting some new irons because I've had those a while. Some of them are a little bit chipped as well. You want to make sure that they are 100%, especially as I'm going into the pro ranks for next year. This year is pretty much written off, but next year we want to make sure that I'm in a really good position to give myself the best shot at hitting the ground running really with that. You need to make sure that you have the best equipment possible, and that's exactly the notion that I'm taking forwards with that. So getting some new irons, maybe a new driver and a new 3-wood. I'm going to keep the 2-iron, the lethal weapon, in the golf bag for when I need to. Maybe I'm going to change the makeup of my golf bag, so I might have a hybrid thrown in there as well, just so I can mix it up. So depending on the course setup, I know that I can use a hybrid when I need to, or I can just throw the 2-iron in. So for example, if I'm playing a links course, I can pop that in the bag and use that when I need to. In terms of club choices, I have no idea what clubs I'm going to go for next. There is so much on the market now. I need to just really have a browse of what there is currently going on. I'm due for a fitting at the start of next year. We're going to go forwards, test loads of different clubs. I am a very big fan of Callaway at the moment, so maybe I'll sort of take my thoughts that way and go down that route. But I also love Ping as well, so it's just going to be very, very interesting. The winter time is exactly the time when you need to sort of make those changes ready for the spring, summertime, just to groove in the clubs that you have, and also just get the feel of them and see how far you're hitting them, because the technology is changing so rapidly now. They're trying to get people to hit the ball further, whether it's pros or just a club golfer. So just grooving those in is very, very important. So that is what's in my bag currently. Let me know if you have any of the clubs that I have, or just let me know what's in your bag. I'd love to check out what people currently have in their golf bags and what works great for them. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that like button, ding! And also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think could work best. What should I go for next when I go for my fitting? Also, like I said at the top of the video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate the support. All the support I've had at the moment has been absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for much better at the moment as I'm trying to grow throughout the golfing journey that I'm on. Also, make sure that you check out my social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok so you can keep up to date with everything that I'm doing on a daily and weekly basis. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at the equipment that I'm currently using. I cannot wait to get back out on the golf course as we are currently in lockdown in the UK, but hopefully we'll be back out there very, very soon. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and see you all on the next video.